color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I'm made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired.
Okay, Coach, coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Detroit Lions. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. First carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
At the 27-yard line.
You got tight. You got tight. You got tight up there.
On 2nd down, Muhammad. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Hit pay dirt. They get the stop defensively, force the punt, and they score without their offense even stepping on the field.
I remember playing on special teams and teasing the guys on offense like, look, don't even worry about it. You guys just hang out over there. We'll bring this one all the way back and get the points we need. In this case, they actually got that done.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And the catch made by Johnson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why.
Touchdown, Detroit! A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 29-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it. This is Muhammad. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Brings up 3rd down.
You want this? Alert flat, alert flat, flat, flat. That's all right, that's all right, that's all right. One. That's all right, that's all right.
From the gun, Mariota. Got his man, that's Harry. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake, Mariota. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
It's our time. It's our time.
On the carry, it's Muhammad. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Mariota into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
Well, maybe that can give them a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Now, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They're going to look to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
A pickup of 13 yards. It's now 3rd down and 8.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. 21-0 our score after one. And this one is right down the middle. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
At their own 18-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Throwing again. Mariota on 2nd and 10. Got a man open. That's Harry. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4.
Hey, check Mike 11. Check Mike 11. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Hey, check Mike 11. Check Mike 11.
Working out of the gun. Mariota steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a 1st down.
First down.
Hey, check Mike 11. Check Mike 11. Exit. One.
Mariota on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Hey, check Mike 11. Three. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe, defense.
Mariota now. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1.
Stay at home. Hey, check Mike 11. Check Mike 11. He's scared.
Mariota from the gun on third down. And that is incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're indeed going. It's Mariota. And it is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Even. 4 down. Even. 66. Bullet. Let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll set up a throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
No.
Here's Elliott. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Here's Mariota. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play fake, Mariota. Now he's forced out right. He'll try and run it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. To throw again on 2nd down. Mariota, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Mariota. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the 1st down.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now they try the right side here. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They'll look to throw here. Johnson's got it complete. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second backup.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL.
It got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 1st down, Mariota. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Throwing is Mariota. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh. Go. Hey, pick your game up.
Back to throw now on first down. It's Hill, complete. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Going for it all. And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown as his guys continue to pour it on.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Extra point splits the uprights, and the route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Second and 6, just inside the 30.
You better bring it.
Now Mariota. Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 38. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway.
We play to win. Let's go.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, after
he's got daylight. He's at the 40, 20, 10, touchdown, Detroit. A 5 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They go again with Muhammad. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Third down.
Where are they, team?
Here we go. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check 43. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Now Elliott. Well, Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Mariota to throw it. And he's got his man on the out route. And he goes out right around the 39. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
I got you. Kill.
They'll run on 1st down. Muhammad. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 38-yard line.
Check. Blue lady.
Watch the run.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mariota nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Deshaun Hand showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
3rd and 15.
3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. From the gun, Mariota. That one's complete to Elliott. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the 1st. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. To throw is Mariota. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position.
Ready. 45. Check Mike 45.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And going deep for Hill. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked up by Keanu Neal.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 45. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. He is going to find Hill here. Touchdown, Detroit. Tyreek Hill. He scored on a punt return, and now he's scored through the air as his guys continue to pour it on.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. On 3rd down, Muhammad.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
It's a pickup of 6. Now Mariota. This pass complete to Higgins. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 16. To throw Mariota. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 38-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. He's able to find Wallace. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mariota. And that's Elliott. Complete. A gain of 4 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. On third down, Mariota. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. Mariota to throw for it on fourth. He sets to fire deep. And now here's another interception. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Race don't travel. Race don't travel.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down.
Let's get that ball right here.
Second and 10. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll lead here to a third down.
Watch the slant.
He'll look to throw. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
Well, that kind of catch is supposed to pay off with at least a first down, isn't it?
Instead, he'll just add it to his highlight reel, but they don't pick up the first.
Yeah, he gets the yardage, he gets the catch, but now they have a decision to make.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Elliott. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Looking to throw again on second down. Mariota. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 28. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one. It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. On second down now, Muhammad. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Mariota now. Catch is made by Harry. Well, they do get 5 there, but it's not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
That is 3 plays and out. It's 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
Now Mariota on 4th down. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position.
On the set. Mike 29. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Let's go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
You're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
They'll keep it on the ground. Muhammad. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Check right. Check right.
On 3rd down, Muhammad. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. On 1st down, Muhammad. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Off the play fake, Mariota. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game.
You ain't going nowhere. Under crunch.
One last shot now for Mariota. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Detroit, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they'll fall to 1-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did, huh? Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, pull on the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, pull on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, pull on the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, pull on the wrist, I never switch, ice in the wrist, I get the money for I switch. They say you switch, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You is lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist, but I bet you wanna be famous, They LA, they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the haters, I make a lot of money, When the not saving, you be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist.
My whip, hey, spent about 10 on my 50. Back then, you out of zip. Blow out his back and then dip.